Hello, Blue Rockers. Connie Willis here. How are you doing? Hey, yo. It's a tough thing doing a YouTube channel and social media where you got to contact the world to let them know you're there. It's hard to be impromptu. You got to pull out your well, this is what I got to do. I got to pull out my MacBook Pro. I got to hook it up. Now I'm hooking it up on Ethernet, so it should come across very beautifully, hopefully, 1080. Got to turn all the lights on, make sure mom's okay. Nerner's got her stuff and her movies and everything going on. Oh, don't want you to see the secrets there. Oh, you saw secrets. Make sure the dog, little PennyGirl's good. She's sitting right down here watching. Make sure little Batman's good. Make sure all that's clear back there. Get all the lights on. Get my MacBook Pro ready. Get my, what is this, my MacBook Air over here. That way I can try to see the live chat. Get my microphone out. Get my other little gadgets that I want to do. And, but more so, like I said, it's hard to go impromptu, but more so to go on to Twitter and go on to all my Facebook and my pages and my regular Facebook and to let everybody know where I'm at, where they can catch it. So you can't just go on with some of these pieces of software and I don't know, I think that's one of the bigger problems, but I'm glad to be on and this is great and I'm glad you guys are here. So I'm going to make sure that I just got the sound. Yay! There's a big delay, so you guys don't know that. Okay, so everything looks good, and I think you guys can hear me because I can hear myself. And Alan is like the first person there. Hey there, Alan Drake. Thank you for being there. And here we go. All right, so I appreciate those of you that are here. I know you popped up and then I wasn't there yet, but I was just trying to get everybody so they would know where to go. Oh, anyway, enough of that. Listen, I'm having a contest. As you guys well know, especially those of you that come here all the time, and I appreciate you so much. You guys know I'm building my YouTube channel so that I can make a living off of it. And a way to do that is you get a lot of subscribers. And you got to make sure they view. You can't just get subscribers. People can go and pay for that. And then, when it gets to 10,000, you can pretty much get a sponsor. And when it gets up to 100, 150,000, this is subscribers, then you can kind of pretty much live off of that with AdSense alone, pretty much as long as they like my programming. There's a big... They call it the YouTube apocalypse or something like that, apocalypse, something like that, where all this political stuff is going on, and if they don't like your programming, they're not going to put advertising on it. But so far, I think I'm okay. I'm not here to talk about anything but Earth's most interesting conversations. Even though some of that stuff's pretty interesting, but it's a lot of bullying, and I don't want to go there. I want to expand the mind. I want to put that wonderment into your head. Oh, speaking of, hold on here. I gotta let one more audience know that this is on. Let's see here. Let me get to it. LinkedIn, my LinkedIn buddies. I seem to always forget them, so let me see if I can send them a post. I don't want an article. I don't want to do that. So let's do this. It's not going to let me. I hate that. Oh, how do I get rid of that? Okay, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Oh, here we go. Image. Forgive me for doing this in front of you guys, but I got to. Trying to learn my LinkedIn group. Okay. Because I've been surprised, by the way, with my LinkedIn group. I'm really happy to say that. I appreciate those of you from LinkedIn. It is a very professional site, and I appreciate that they've been pretty cool. So, yeah. I get a lot of people getting a hold of me to send me that's where I can watch you guys that send me people to interview, whether it's Blue Rock Talk or Coast to Coast, and I appreciate that. And just people saying hi and saying some nice things. That's always very, very, very nice too. So anyway, as I'm building my YouTube channel, right now what I've decided to do is give a little incentive. It's not easy to get you guys to, you guys are already here, so thank you. But then if you guys can tell your other friends and make sure they actually do it. If you have kids, go ahead and go to their computer and subscribe. What do they know? But this is what I'm going to do to try to, I thought I thought my interviews myself, just the interviews alone and the interaction and all the really great content that's coming your way would be enough, but it's not. You got to get people, it's hard to get people to click a button. You don't think that's the case, but let me tell you, it was years and years ago that people like me that they call talent for television and radio. It was years ago that we were like some of the first people to use the internet, to actually use it, utilize it, before all this Facebook and all this other social media stuff. It was basically websites, right? So people like me would create a website for casting directors, producers, directors, the writers, whatever, and just trying to get a gig. So years ago we were doing that. Now, it was really cool at first because then we didn't have to send a package and a reel and a cassette and all that kind of stuff, right? It was right there. They could go to the website and they can open it up. In fact, if you go to conniewillis.com, you will see my original site. It's still up. I haven't been able to add anything to it for years because the guy that put it together is working elsewhere. And he was really, really ahead of his time. So I got to get somebody really, really good to go in there and make changes for me and insert stuff. I got the information, so if there's somebody out there that's good, let me know. I mean, it's back with Flash and everything else and a whole bunch of other built from scratch stuff. Really good programmer and computer, designer and all that, but can't get back in there. But we did that a long time ago. Now, think about this. We went from the cassettes, we went from the resumes, the bio, all the paperwork, and you send out these packages overnight to people. It costs a ton of money as a talent to do all this stuff just to get a gig, along with the other 5,000 people that sent them out too. And it went to a website. And if you had a website, you were ahead of the game of all those other people. So you'd get the casting directors and so forth to look at your website. That was all cool and dandy and everything was great. However, at one point, they weren't going to click more than 1 or 2 times at the most. You'd be lucky if they clicked one more time. So all the agents made you put your stuff you had to configure it to where, and this was a long time ago, it wasn't easy to do this. Now it's pretty easy to do this. It's kind of common. But you had to make sure all that stuff was going on that first page when they got there. It was all moving and a grooving. And back then it wasn't that easy. You had to hire somebody to do it for $2,500 or something like that, $3,000. It was usually pretty expensive. So here you are, the starving talent, just shelling out money just to be seen. But at that time too, you started learning people didn't click more than once. So now, that's agents, okay? People looking for someone. Now, people like you guys on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and those are basically the primary ones that I'm on. To get you guys to click and then click again, it's not easy. Some of you guys, it's really easy, and I appreciate you because you're here now. But a lot of other people, no, they don't want to get out of that platform of Facebook or whatever they're in, which, folks, get out of the different platforms. Watch different news stations. Watch different TV shows. Go out and see, different parks. Go out and see the sky. Don't just stay in one little area. And those of you that are here know that, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to look at the live chat when I can. So, you know what? Someone gave me a great tip. If you want to ask me a question that you want me to answer, Now, there is something called super chat at the bottom of the chat, and that's a little dollar sign. And what that is it really highlights your question and it throws me a buck or two. That's a way that YouTube has decided to take care of their talent, because that's what we are, their talent for them. I guess is a good way to put that, is to help us get a buck or two. I think it goes up to $500 or so. I think I've used it before in testing, and I appreciate the people that put in money for the test, and I appreciate that. But if you really want to make sure without donating, then just put at Connie Willis or at Bluerocktalk, I think is what you need to do. I think you need to do that, at Bluerocktalk with Connie Willis. Sorry it's so long, I understand. But if you do that, it'll highlight it and I can see it. So that's a neat little tip that I learned from somebody recently that I tuned into here on YouTube. So anyway, what I'm trying to do is I've been trying to get to like 2,500 subscribers, and I'm not there yet. And I thought, let's see if it can show me without erasing anything here. I don't want to do that. So let me see if I can get there. Let me do another window. YouTube. Where am I at? Let's see. We are currently, and I say we because you guys are my core blue rockers. We are at 2,454 subscribers. Okay, so like I said, we got a long way to go, right? Come on. Using all my bandwidth now. Okay, there we are. We're good to go. Now let me lose that so I can get back to you guys. Okay, so it's hard to get to 2,500, but what I want to do, I'm going to set a bigger goal. I want that goal to be 5,000. Now, ultimately, I want 10,000 before I can start getting sponsors, and then ultimately, I want to get to about 150 to 150,000 subscribers. Then at that point, AdSense alone pretty much should give me a good amount of money coming in with advertisers, all that kind of thing, and I should be able to really put the money into the show and live a little, pay a bill or two, right? So that's the plan. So I got a long way to go, but what I'm going to do for this 5,000, to get to the goal of 5,000, I need your help. So what I need you to do is simple. Those of you that are here right now, you've already subscribed. Thank you very much. I bet you have a friend. I bet you have a Facebook page, or maybe even a YouTube channel, or maybe you're in a group on Facebook. Maybe you're in more than one group. If you can share my YouTube channel URL, tell them to subscribe. Also, make sure you tell them to get the notifications. If you don't hit that little bell, you don't know anything's happening. And you guys that are here already know that because you get the notifications. So make sure you say that. That's kind of a key. Because again, that's a second click. Why YouTube did that, I don't know. To me, if you're going to subscribe, you want the notifications. And then maybe go in and take an extra step if you don't want the notifications. But to click it again to get the notifications, YouTube, this is where, I know you're like, wondering what do we do? How do we catch back up to Facebook and all these other, things that are going on because YouTube is doing so well. They're still great. I love YouTube, but there's just little minor things. And YouTube is open to hearing these things. So I love you, YouTube. But don't make a second click. Just let people go in to get the unnotifications. Is that a word? It is now. It bugs me. So please, if you can ask your friends, go into your groups, go into your pages, go into your channels, tweet to your buddies, say, hey, subscribe to Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis. It's awesome. And let's reach that goal of 5,000. When I get to 5,000, I'm going to give away my personal collection right here. There's 6 sets, or 6 I guess how would I say that, 6 exercises, 3 CDs in each one, and it is the Hemisync from the Monroe Institute. The Gateway Experience, it's 1 through 6. The Gateway Experience 1 through 6. Go to the Monroe Institute. It's probably monroeinstitute.com, or go to Gateway Experience. I'm not sure what it's under, but you can do a search for that and get there. But this is 1 through 6, the entire set, which the entire set costs, if you buy it all at once, it costs $500, $499. Okay, $500. That's if you get the complete set. Most people like buy the first one because it's expensive, and then you can get 2 through 6 after that for a special price, or you can buy each one at a time if you want to do that, and each one's $99. So if you buy the entire thing, you get to save $100. But I was going to sell these, and I stopped. I put them up, and people wanted to buy it. And I thought it just didn't feel right. And now I know why, because today it hit me that, Connie, give this away to the first 5,000 subscribers. Only one. Only one of you out of the 5,000 subscribers get this, because I only have one set. So I want to make sure I word that correctly. But because I don't have one for all 5,000. I am not there yet. I tell you what, when I can get there one day, that would be great to be able to do that. But let's don't make any promises. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the entire, somebody, 1 out of 5,000, the first 5,000 subscribers, will win this entire set. It's my own personal collection of the Gateway Experience from HemiSync. It's the Monroe Institute that does this. It just so you'll know what it is for those of you that don't. I am betting a lot of you know. And if you do, please chat amongst yourselves and let other people know. But just kind of wrote down some of my own little notes just to remind myself how to say it to you. But it is a $500 value. And depending on how you buy it, it's actually $600 if you bought each one singly. But as the set, it would be $500. And I actually didn't buy it as a set. I bought one at a time and kind of thing. So I paid $600 plus shipping and handling kind of thing. So I get to 5,000 subscribers. That collection is yours. What it is an in-home training series from the Monroe Institute. It's 6 different exercises. And what they do is they develop, they explore, and they actually apply extended states of awareness, consciousness here. And what that does, it gives you a broader range of perceptions, perspectives, how to solve problems, develop creativity, obtain guidance, understand your total self. It's really great for remote viewers, astral projectors, those of you trying to go out of body, those of you that just want to relax more, those of you that want to, it works with all sorts of things. Those of you that are into Reiki and massage and, I think you get the drift of what I'm saying. So let me see if there's any questions over here first. Hey, Kathy Ann, loving the live stuff. I know you guys love the live stuff. So do I. I absolutely do too. It's just a nightmare on YouTube sometimes where you gotta, people want to dig through the other stuff. So I'm going to have a playlist of live streams, okay? So you'll see under my playlist when you go to YouTube, you guys are pros at YouTube. So when you go to the actual YouTube channel, you'll see playlists. At the beginning, you'll always see most recent, and you're going to see most popular. And then under that, you're going to see, like the Blue Rocker Bash, Bigfoot Friday, experts, classics, and live streams. I want to put it in there too. So let me just see. Oh, people did do that. Okay, let's see. So again, if you want to ask me a question, do the Blue Rock Talk with Connie Willis, and then it'll shine up to where I know it's you asking me something and addressing me, as opposed to you guys like to chat. You do. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ralph Miko, my buddy. 8 days without power. Irma. Not good. Glad you're back. So let's just say hi to everybody. Again, hi to Alan Drake, Ralph Miko. Alan is like always there for me, even when he doesn't like what some of the people say, and I appreciate that. And that's how I want everybody to be. If we all like exactly the same thing, This is going to get boring really quickly. You know, we want to be able to discuss and learn and listen. That's what's bad. I mean, wake up, people. It's great to celebrate our differences. Am I nuts to say that? Holy cow. Aren't we glad we have differences? It keeps it interesting. Fred Nelson. Go, go, go. John Demas. Is this live? Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you live? Are you there? Yes, it's live. It's 9:34 my time, Tuesday, September 19th. It's live. I'm Eastern time. Janice Bagby, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Or nice for you to see me. John Carter, rock on, John. Christopher, whoa. Connie is on the chat. Woohoo. Hi, Connie. I wish I could see your little bitty faces on there. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for being a part of it. Alan, I like your personal approach. Is that to me? Could be to anybody you're talking to on there. But thank you. If it's for me, I appreciate that. Gary Porter, what do you got, Gary? Hi, Connie. Hope you're doing well. It's 2:19 a.m. here. Oh, and I just got in from work. Oh, okay. Gary's in the UK, right, Gary? You're in the UK. Yeah, that's that's the perfect time to talk about this kind of stuff. Ronald Patton, hi Connie, I missed you. Hey Ronald, how are you doing? Thanks for missing me, I appreciate it. I like coming on. It's been kind of crazy and hectic with a lot of things. So I impromptu, boom, put this together. DJ Hazard, hi DJ, yo. And I love that you guys all know each other and you chat. 5,000 to 10,000 to 150,000 would, could, and will rock. Exactly, DJ. That's what I want to do. I want to get to the 5,000. From the 5,000, I want to get to the 10,000. And at the 10,000 mark, I've got another really cool prize to give away. And what I'll do is I'll just pull from a hat kind of thing from all the subscribers. I don't want to say what it is because I got to get through this one first. Kind of want to say what it is because it's kind of cool. But each thing, at least that's in my head right now, like this is a $500 value. Actually more, again, because I bought one each singly. It is used because it's my personal collection. Is it beat up, used, and battered? No, it's in excellent condition. One of the cases has a crack. I'll show it to you. Can you see it? It's got a crack. But that means nothing. Other than that, it's wonderful. Some of the CDs I never even listened to. I really love it. I mean, when you got the time, you can sit there and listen to these things. I would listen to it in the dark, just laying there, really relaxed. Oh my gosh, I mean, it's wonderful. And I better shut up about it because I might not want to give it away. I always second guess it. But I think it'd be a great gift. And if it helps me to progress Blue Rock Talk, I'm going to do that. Because I can always one day buy it again. Even though, I don't know, there's going to come a time where you're not going to find these things. So let me go back and just say some more hellos to everybody. I really do love that you guys chat amongst yourself. I really do think that's cool. But you definitely have it, DJ, you're right. I want to go from 5,000 to 10, and from 10 to 100,000, and then 150,000. I got great gifts, great prizes. Give it time, DJ. Rome wasn't built in a day either. However, it's too easy. I get what you're saying, Ralph, but nope, I'm with DJ. We got to get this thing going. This ain't no Rome. This is not Rome we're building. It is a YouTube channel, and social media is rampant. So I need each one of you. You know what? Maybe if you guys can even say, you know what? I'm going to get 10 people. I know you got a bazillion friends out there. What if you got 10 people each? Okay? Most people are going to maybe get one. Most people won't do any. And I'm not talking about you as a group, but like I went on Facebook, right? A lot of you guys already saw me there, and I almost have 5,000 friends there. I think I could reach 5,000 with the people waiting to be friends, but because, thank goodness for Coast and really working this thing, but I don't know what happens after 5,000. Does it just stop? Am I not allowed to have any other friends? And what if there are people that are arguing the whole time about, I don't believe in this or that. Ugh, right? None of us like that. Oh, isn't that sweet? Oh, I'm going to cry. John Carter just gave me some money. You did the super chat. John, thank you. $200. Wow. Just kidding. Let me change. You better go check that decimal point, right, John? Did I just freak you out? No, John, that's very sweet. I really appreciate that. I think YouTube, they don't give you the money until it's like $100 or more. So that'll go into my little bitty cup. Like, what do they call that? What do they call that cup when you put coins in it and you sit outside and wait for somebody to put money in it? Thank you. But no, I really want to make this happen fast. Social media is too quick. You've got pages, you've got friends, you've got family, you've got email. Give people the URL and say, hey, go subscribe and hit the notification. Folks, let's get this to 5,000. Why? Because I want to be in for the running of Connie's personal collection of the Gateway Experience HemiSync. I know she's listened to this herself. Not that that matters, but you will love it. You will love it. You will grow. You will open up more. If you're a remote viewer, it'll be fantastic. If you meditate, it'll be fantastic. If you get premonitions or things come to you, it's going to be, you're going to open up your third eye even more. You'll be in touch with yourself, know yourself more. You'll really like it. Look it up if you've not seen anything about it. But if you have, please share with the other people. Okay, let's see real quickie here. That is just so nice, John. I appreciate that. All right, now Ralph. Now none of this like Rome stuff. We're past Rome. That was in the Dark Ages or one of those ages, and it was a long time ago. Speed, social media. Change the world. Okay. No, DJ, you are not just excitable, you are right on. It's okay. That's what I want from everybody. Yeah, the 7.1 earthquake in Mexico. Isn't it funny though? Because last week? Wasn't there an 8.2 or 8.3? And it wasn't really talked about, right? Because, I don't know, maybe they were bullying somebody else for not saying something else right. But I'm glad that they're giving it attention now. I mean, it's terrible. Could you imagine? And it was on a anniversary, if I remember correctly, of it happening like so many years ago on the same day of another previous major earthquake. Also, what is the other hurricane that's hitting now? The Caribbean just, come on. Those places are beautiful. They're great to visit, but you don't want to live there. And I was in South Florida too for a long time, and those Category 5s, they just nail those keys and those islands. They're all down there. And by the way, keys are just not the Florida Keys. I lived on Longboat Key and Siesta Key, and they were off of Sarasota. And if I ever said the Key, people would think I was down in the Keys, Key West and Marathon and all that. No. So a key is also an island, same thing. So all those other keys and islands down there, not just Florida Keys, just get nailed all the time. And they know it. I mean, you're right. You're in the middle of the water. It's going to happen. But thank goodness they can get out of there. Maybe if they got the finances to. That's what's bad. But I don't know. You keep getting wiped out like that. It's, you do think, can't you just get out of there and live somewhere else? But it's not that easy. And in places where you can't, they don't have water, or they're not able to grow crops that well. You're always like, well, why can't you just move from there? But people are in situations not like we are as lucky as we are here in the States, right? That's what we would do. We would just move out of the desert. We would move out of areas because we actually are a rich country and we can do that. And even if not so rich, hopefully there's a friend or family or relative or somewhere else you can go, kind of thing, you hope. Even, we still have problems along the way, but we're not like people that just have nowhere to go, no means to get there. So prayers out to them. Alan retracted his message. Don't know what that is. Sorry, I got sidetracked with Mexico earthquake. What happened? Yeah, so Ralph knows they had an 8-1. Mike Crow, keep them coming. Connie, you got it. The most interesting talk. Everyone needs to join and subscribe. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Please get your buddies to do it. I'm going to look from time to time. Get them to do it now. Go to them now while you're here. Let's make this let's make this a telethon. I'll check in a minute and see if anybody's done it just for this little live stream we got going on right now. 2 earthquakes is a big problem, as well as the hurricanes for all these people. Kenneth. Hey, Ken, what are you doing out there, man? Chef. My Chef Boyardee buddy. Brava. Is that more of the Italian way? He knows me as Chef Connie. There's different ways to know me. Some people know me Blue Rock Talk. Some people know me Coast to Coast. Some people know me Chef Connie. Some people know me baseball. Some people know me UK. Some people know me as HSN. Some people QVC, infomercials, Speed Vision, or Speed now. It's funny how some people know me with short hair only. Some people know me without glasses. And Kenneth, check him out on here. He knows me as Chef Connie. Ken, I'm still waiting for that gigantic TV, but you left. I don't know how much information I can tell about you, but I'm still waiting for that gigantic TV. It was great to get the 8-track tape machine. I live in California, and I'm worried about an earthquake here. I'm sure on a daily basis, huh? And they keep poo-pooing the fact that we are experiencing worse weather. Worse weather. Okay, cool. I'm pretty much up to... Oh, I skipped a whole bunch. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me get back to you guys. All right. I think most of you guys know I'm not a big drinker at all. But I am a chef. Graduate of the Culinary Institute of America, Greystone. Kenneth will back that up for me. And what you're taught in school is that your liquid with your meal is considered an ingredient. So when people pair wines or pair drinks at all, some people don't care about that at all. You don't just pair wine. You can pair bourbon. You can pair Kool-Aid. I mean, whatever. Probably not the most sophisticated palates would go with the Kool-Aid, but I always like Kool-Aid. But there's this little thing I found. I should bring the bottle. And you sip on it. And I put some ice in it and it's already melted. So I wish I kind of didn't do that. Because it doesn't want to be diluted at all. I know people that they put ice on their wine. Ugh. Chill it. Don't put ice in it and water it down. Anyway, what it is there was a drink. And so I'm just kind of sipping on it because it tastes good. There was a drink, it was at one point called Sheridan. And what Sheridan was it had some sort of, it was 2 sides to it, and it was put together as a bottle. And you poured it, and 2 separate spouts would pour at the same time and mix it. And it was really cool because one was a little darker and one was a little lighter. And it was like a cream kind of liqueur drink. It's not hard liquor. Well, this one is actually. How do I better say that? Well, that's pretty much it. There used to be, I can't remember the name of the drink, but I guess maybe more like a White Russian. And also, I think people would get rattlesnakes, right? And it was like 3 layers, like chocolate and maybe espresso and then a cream or something like that. Well, that's kind of what this is. and I wish I knew the name. I'll have to get the bottle at one point, but it's bourbon in it, and so it's fairly new. I went in. I was buying some wine for Mom around the holidays, and myself, and this lady that was in the liquor shop. I don't know if they're allowed to do this or not, but they did, and maybe it's because it's bourbon and it's in Kentucky. I don't know, but she gave little shots of this. And I guess they have tastings in these liquor stores. I don't know. I don't hang out on them much. I know what I want when I go in, and, it's for a recipe or something like that. But she gave little shots of this stuff, and it was like, that's delicious. Well, here it is. It looks like kind of chocolate milky. You can see two layers only because I had the ice, and I should have done that. But anyway, I'm going to try to mix it a little bit. You sip it. It's out of this world. Chocolate moo. There's a chocolate cow drink where people would get like a chocolate drink, and they'd served it frozen with like slushy, like chocolate cow, chocolate moo or something. It tastes like that. It's delicious. So be careful. There is really bourbon in it, but most people aren't used to the bourbon part of it. I think that's a Kentucky thing, and someone came out and made it, and I'm sure they're making a bazillion dollars off of that one. So thank you again, John, for my $2. Yay! Hemi-Sync is the best, so you know about that. That's really good. Okay. Yeah, Kahlua. Yeah. PBR with a shot of Kahlua in it. Is that Pabst Blue Ribbon? That's hilarious. Iced tea is nice. Iced tea is great. In fact, we had that today. I like my chai tea. I like hot tea. I like, black teas, milk tea. I can do, what's my other one? There's a Asian one I really, really love. I like Asian teas a lot. Anyway, I love tea. I got my Tetley going on. We did some Tetley for you UK folks out there. But anyway, I'm not the biggest drinker. But this is really tasty, and I do like tasty stuff, and I do like wines. I like port. Again, I'm a taster and a little bit. To get sick is not my plan of attack. It's not my strategy in life. I don't know how people do it, but good for you. Whatever you enjoy doing, that's up to you. But let's go back to the wine thing and the culinary thing. For those of you that cook out there, remember, if you do pair with wine or tea or whatever you pair with, I mean, gosh, you got to pair with milk too, like right? Like cake, cookies, milk on the rocks. Delicious. But just remember that when you try to pick your wine and you try to impress somebody and you say, oh man, how do I pair this? Because if you don't pair it correctly, it will be awful. It will be absolutely terrible. It will crash. It crashed. The flavors crash. So if you work hard on a meal, and I mean, you really work hard, you got your herbs going, your spices going, the right temperature, the right texture, the right caramelization, whatever it is, got it all happening. And then you throw in something bad to drink, wine or whatever it is, it's over. Unless that person picks their own drink, then they're screwing themselves, basically, right? But don't let them do that when you've worked hard. You give them the right thing and pair it with them. And if they don't like to drink, give them water. Don't mess up what you've worked hard on, right? Kenneth will back me up on this stuff. Thank you, Ken. I hope you're still there. Chocolate and bourbon. Woohoo! That's right, Mike. Somebody put it in a bottle. Hello, smart person. Where have they been all our life, right? They made it in a liqueur and said, I bet I can make a lot of money doing this. That's a great idea. So here's a trick. I'm going to give you, here's a trick. I usually don't give this away, but CIA taught us this. I don't know if I should give it away. Is there enough cooks out there? Oh, I love port. By the way, there's two ports. There's the delicious port, and then there's some cheap $3 port. Because somebody had said something about, people on the streets drink port. And I'm like, no, man, port's pretty expensive. I don't even go buy port. It's pretty expensive just once in a while. You know, you go to a nice restaurant, it's like $14 for a little sipping shot of port. Are you kidding me? The people on the streets? What am I doing wrong? Now, there's cheap Porto, and then there's really good ports. Try those. They're really good. But here you go. You make this meal, right? Let's go back to Chef Connie stuff. You make this meal. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to mess with you. I'm going to take a break before I tell you this secret. I'm going to go get that bottle of bourbon, and I'm going to be right back, okay? So stay with me. I'll be right back. Hey, Blue Rockers, I'm back, and look who's with me. Oh, look, it's Penny. What? You smelling that drink over? She's kind of heading toward the little bourbon drink I was telling you about. Is she not the cutest thing in the world? Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. I could probably sit here for 5 minutes and you all wouldn't care if I said anything at all. She's just as happy as can be, just as long as she's held. Okay, I'm going to put you down now, okay? Penny? Penny girl, I'm going to put you down, okay? All right? Okay. I'll put her down safely. Hold on. There you go, baby. There you go. Good girl. Okay, before I give that big tip, I got something to show you. Here it is. I'm not getting paid for this yet. Hopefully one day. Maybe it's out of Kentucky. It made with Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I don't know if it's made in Kentucky, but it's bourbon cream. Oh my gosh. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a review on this. Maybe they'll start being my sponsor. Wouldn't that be great? Handmade in small batches using award-winning Buffalo Trace bourbon, rich cream, and a hint of sugar. So apparently Buffalo Trace bourbon is here in Kentucky because it says made with Kentucky bourbon, but I've not heard of them. Enjoy this deliciously sweet liqueur enhanced with the bold taste of Buffalo Trace bourbon. This indulgent treat is hard to resist. Try it on the rocks, which I did, and it melted. So over ice cream. Oh, yeah. That'll work. Or in coffee. And I will contact them. Oh, it's out of Frankfort, Kentucky. That's great. That's great. They're in Frankfort. Okay, now it's legit. It's legit. Legit bourbon out of Kentucky. That's where you go. California wines, Washington, there's a lot of wines, but bourbon, Kentucky. Oh, that's excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, let me put that away. Keep it away, all that water away from all my technical stuff. Okay, so that's so good. There you go. There you go. Don't shh. So here it is for those of you that cook out there and you want to pair your wine. Here's the secret. Because a lot of people say, well, you white meat and fish, you go with white wine, and red, like beef, you go with a red. Did I say that right? Yeah. Chicken, white, beef, red, pork. Yeah. No, here's the better way. Don't look at it that way. I mean, if you want to, it can get pretty complex. You can think about it. You can go with like a Chardonnay, and you can think of what's normal about a Chardonnay is it can be very buttery, very oaky. And at that point, like you would go, what do I want? What do I eat that I want a buttery taste with? Well, lobster and Chardonnay go great together because usually you put butter on lobster, right? So Chardonnay, and that's delicious. So, you pull out what each one of the wines are, pretty known for. And now the way people blend their wines, because, there's all sorts of wine coming out. Smell it. See what you smell. Do you smell blackberry? Do you smell cinnamon? Do you smell apple? Do you smell butter? What do you smell? What do you taste? And then see what that taste will complement with the food that you've made. Now, that's one way to look at it. But here's another way if you can't do that. How many people can go, wait a minute, I don't have any wine with me, but let's just go with this. Bourbon. So my palate's really good. I picked up bourbon. But a lot of people cannot pull out things. They just know they like it. They like it, taste it back here, whatever. So here's the trick. What you do, let's say you're making chicken, okay, or fish, or steak, or pork chops, whatever, tofu, mushrooms. Just take the wine that you bought or that somebody brought you, and to best pair that meal together where it does not clash, crash, or bash your evening, just pour a little of that wine that you're going to drink into the food as you're cooking it. Maybe you have gravy, put it in the gravy, as you're making your gravy. If you're sauteing chicken or something, put some in there at the deglazing area. Just make sure you get it in there. And then it's automatically paired because you've got the flavor in one and flavor in the other. Okay? That's the trick. So when people go, it can be complex and you can go a whole nother route with it. But for those of you that are like, I'm not going to go to culinary school, I'm not going to try to be, a wine connoisseur, then use that trick, okay? It works. If you're making soup, pour some in the soup. By the way, I'll tell you, when you make spaghetti sauces, things like that, marinara and things, meat, marinara, whatever, when you put in a Chardonnay or especially Chardonnay for me into that sauce, some people add water or, more tomato juice or something. You need your acid, but put a white wine or Chardonnay in there. It really makes a difference. It's really good to cook with wines. It cooks out the alcohol for those of you that don't want the alcohol. Anyway, that's my trick and tip for today. Mom, going to bed, Ner. Okay, I gotta check her out. Hold on. I'll be right back. So you know what that means, don't you? I'm gonna do this too. Hey everybody, I'm back, and Ner's fine. Ner's fine. She just went in and took her. She wears this thing around her neck, and it's yes, if she falls, she can push buttons to call me or 911. But it's also her phone. So when the phone rings, she just hits it and she put it up. I was like, Mom, don't. But now after that show with Derek Tyler, and I thought Mom was talking to me, and she wasn't, and it was something else whispering to me. I gotta check it. So thanks you guys for hanging in there. So I'm also taking a look at the live chat. It's great. Oh my gosh, you guys are hilarious. There's a way. I saw a guy do this. Oh, I can't think of his name. Heck, he may be one of my buddies now. He may be it's Photo Joseph. That's it. Photo Joseph. Subscribe to Photo Joseph if you want to learn about how to do YouTube channels, but really more about cameras and things like that. He's all about live streaming, videography, photography, lenses. He can teach a lot about setups and technical stuff. And I just found him myself, Photo Joseph. And what he does is really cool. He has his show going, and he'll do a split screen, and he has the live chat going. And that's what I'd like with you guys, because then I can just look right at you and talk, and he knows what he's doing. So I asked him how to do it, but it's too technical for me. Darn. Too technical for me. Okay, let's see. So let me find where I've lost my live chat. There we go. So you guys are hilarious here. Let me look at some of these. Cindy Lou Who. Just love that name. Little Cindy Lou Who. Everybody remembers Little Cindy Lou Who, right? Of Whoville. Thank you for the trick and tip of the day. What do you suggest for the best dough for pizza? What do you mean? Like what brand or how to do it? If you're looking for a recipe, I gotta tell you who's always good is Tyler Florence. Go to his recipes, delicious. And also Alton Brown. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love his recipes. I love his teachings and trainings. He is incredible. And I actually ran into him at one point. It was during a food show or something, maybe Chicago or somewhere. He was in the same store with me. He was right in front of me, and I didn't realize. I just looked at him, and then I realized who it was. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I love your stuff." And he said, "You do?" And I thought he was being sarcastic to me. And I said, "This is Alton Brown." I said, "No, yeah, I love your stuff." I mean, remember, I have a TV background and an acting background and an improv background, and his show is full of not just recipes, but technique, so culinary school, but he also does all, he brings in theater people and actors and improvs and does all the stuff. So I love him. He put it all together in a show. And he looked at me like, yeah, that's unusual. And I was like, why is that unusual for me? Why? I didn't get it. And he said that his audience is mostly men because he does get kind of technical. So that was interesting. That I thought, is he gay or what? I didn't know. I didn't understand. And then he said, no, it's technical stuff. I get more into the technical part of it. So guys are usually my audience. Anyway, really nice guy and very creative. So I would, if you're looking for recipes, go there. Otherwise, you just, when it comes to pizza dough, right? It was pizza dough, right? This is just a chain restaurant. In fact, it's on its way out if it's even still around. If it's still around, it's now buffets because, I don't know, somebody messed up in their own marketing. But ever been to Gaddy's Pizza? They have the best dough. It's almost as though they put beer in it, and you got all the hops and stuff. I'm not a big beer. If I do beer, it's going to be Bud Light. And Bud Light is great with Blue Crab. And then you sip on Silver Patron. That's your pairing for Blue Crab. Love Blue Crab. I could do that all day. But like the hops and all that stuff come up, and it comes up, and it's the Mr. Gaddy's pizza dough is the best. I mean, it's always cooked, so I don't know what the actual raw dough is, but I would eat it. I love. Who doesn't like raw dough? I love raw dough. So let's see here. Your grandpa was from Castle and raised on port. You were raised on port, DJ. The good stuff. The good stuff? Had to be the good stuff. Cindy Lou Who, thank you. On my cruise, I had a punch and roux. What? Oh, a punch and roux on your cruise. Oh, yeah, Alan. Cruises, I mean, that's just nothing. That's like hooch and jungle juice. Like, that's the kind of drinks you get on those cruises, right? Like college drinks. Hooch. I remember freshman year, I didn't drink at all. I mean, I didn't drink anything until, I don't know, maybe mid-20s or later 20s. So all through college, I had nothing. Nothing. People used to think I was on stuff because I was just so full of energy. And so they'd say, she drinking something? No, that's the way she is. Is that a compliment? I was always a personality. But they had hooch and jungle juice. I'd be like, what's that? And it looked like Kool-Aid. Didn't taste like Kool-Aid. And they'd make it in bathtubs. Remember that? And they were drinking that. And they were drinking lots of that. And then it'd end up on the floor, not just by spilling, but fraternity floors. So yeah, how was your cruise, Alan? Hey, Reb Davy, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, little Penny, man, she's cute, isn't she? Liqueur is great in milkshakes. That's true. This would be delicious in that. Oh my gosh. Mm. Mm 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 mm. Maybe they would sponsor me. That would be awesome. Yeah, I rarely drink too, so it better be good if I'm doing it. I'm not gonna just do it to do it. It better be good. That would be an awesome milkshake. Let's see. That's hilarious. DJ writes because Jason showed up, Jason Miller, and says, "Hi, Jason. We're learning about booze tonight." That is funny. You guys have made my day. Yeah, I've learned enough in my day. Seems to not do me too well. Oh, Jason, sorry. No, and he's joking. It's not all about that. I just brought it up. Connie knows a million things. She has to let it out sometimes. I do. Thank you for being there for me. Any new space alien info out there? Actually, Derek Tyler, you got to keep up with Derek. Now, I know, I think Alan has problems with some of Derek's stuff. Derek has problems with some of other people's stuff. Everybody else out there all has a problem with each other's stuff. I get that. But it's still good to learn from them and listen to them and see what works. I mean, I remember a long time ago when people were talking about abductions and things like that. I didn't believe. I thought that's crazy. No, no. I've talked to enough people. I'm there now. So now what I just listen to people and let them tell their stories and try to learn from it and learn more from it and what it might mean. And well, don't chew anything away. You never know. It might be your warning for what might be to come. So be prepared for it. Ask more about what should I do if this happens. It's like the Hat Man and the Shadow Man. I mean, when people say, "Oh, come on," well, could you might want to, instead of say you don't believe someone, you might want to say, "Well, what do you do if you see it?" So you'll know what happens when you see it, what to do. Because you might just come across it. Because if you hang out with this stuff, if you talk about it, it will come to you. If you go to people or you're around people that talk about it and you go to places, it will come to you. So be prepared. Thank you for the trick and tip. Everybody take a close look at Connie's eyes. What? What, Ralph? What, Mr. Miko? What? Everybody take a close look at Connie's eyes. Shows she's not a drinker. What's that mean? Oh, because they're wide awake. And you probably see the ring light too shooting on there. I have the sauce in the bag, just the dough needs tweaking. And that's from Cindy Lou, and DJ says, "I don't know, but they say New York water is the secret to dough and bagels." DJ, you are correct. Okay, we're going back to cooking here. Okay, before I even went to culinary school, I was in Kentucky, and believe it or not, this is kind of funny. I can't remember his name right now. If I heard it, I would remember. So I'm in radio here in Louisville, Kentucky. I was right out of school. I was doing radio in Lexington, Kentucky. Then I was doing radio in Louisville, Kentucky. And before I moved off to Florida, I was at a station here, Easy 107, doing middays. And people would write in. They didn't have social media back then, right? But people would write, and they'd show up at events. When you do radio, you show up at a lot of events. And this one guy always showed up at the events a lot. He seemed to be at the same events and we just did a ton of stuff. And he would be at a lot of those things. He was a big listener of the station, and he would listen to my show. Really nice guy. And he was a manager or somewhere. Keep in mind, headquarters of Kentucky Fried Chicken is here in Kentucky. So he was with KFC. And anyway, I moved to Sarasota, took a job in Sarasota after San Antonio, and and I'm at a radio station, and this guy starts writing me, and he shows up at an event, and I'm like, I'm in Sarasota now, what? And he was transferred to run some of the restaurants there. And I'm glad he did, because, you eat KFC in Kentucky, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's good. 11 herbs and spices. Come on, bring it on. Let's go. Extra crispy or not, whatever you want. But when I was in Florida, I was like, this sucks. No wonder nobody likes KFC, if they're eating here. And I went to another one, because you think it must be that franchise. And when you're kind of craving something, like maybe Krispy Kreme or whatever it is you might be craving, you want to get it, right? Like, I think most of us all still miss the old French fries of McDonald's. They're nothing like the old French fries were. But I couldn't get the KFC flavor. I couldn't get that 11 herbs and spices going anymore. In my mouth, my palate wasn't getting what I was looking for. And when I ran into this guy at one of the events, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I said, let me ask you, because he's still with KFC, why does it not taste good here? And I was very careful saying it, because he was running some of these. He was ahead of some of them. And he told me, he said, it's the water. He said, you're not going to believe it, but it's the water. I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's the water. He said, because you boil and things, and you do this, and you use the water. It's whatever. The water makes the difference. And he was right. I didn't believe him. I didn't. I thought, what? The water made me think, what am I drinking here in Florida? But it's true. It's true. And I got to tell you, a lot of restaurants in Florida, thank goodness some people understand it is the water that makes the difference, and they will bring water in, or they will not use the tap. They'll bring in spring water or water from, use the tap in New York and bring it down. And that's why in New York the food tastes the way it does. I don't know if there's a lot of sediment and rat juice and roach juice or dead mob juice in it. I don't know, but it is delicious, and it makes all that dough taste fantastic. The breads and the foods taste wonderful, and I guess Vegas has the same thing, because that food's delicious too. Going out to Northern California, delicious food. That could be from prep and technique with people, because they're so good out there. But it's the water. It's absolutely the water. You are exactly right, DJ. It is the water. It makes all the difference in the world. You wouldn't think it. So, think about that next time you're cooking and you're using water in some way. Go buy the water, somewhere else. Okay, killed by Bigfoot. I saw some of your videos, by the way, killed by Bigfoot. You had some really... Go to his YouTube channel, Killed by Bigfoot, and you're going to see some neat videos that he's done. I saw it's like the ground that was drying up, and there were footprints in it. You found baby juvenile ones, and you found some bigger ones too. And then there were dog and some other ones in there, or maybe coyote or something. Okay, I think they mean you have clear eyes. Chronic drinkers usually have yellowish eyes. Ah, okay. Okay. I'm going to start noticing that now. I didn't know that. I see people do this all the time. My weed friends out in Washington and Portland, Oregon, and all that kind of stuff. They're so funny. Hey, good for them. Whatever, do your thing. I'm not here to judge. So it's funny, Alan and Killed by Bigfoot are in here chatting about aliens and Bigfoot. So Killed by Bigfoot, which you got to explain the Killed by Bigfoot, is saying that nothing happens to him except Bigfoot throws rocks at him. That's a pretty big deal. And Alan's talking about his experiences with Greys at age 14. And the Greys are telepathic, absolutely, and the Bigfoot are too. So, werewolf, ah! Alright, so let me get off of that. Okay, so let me take, this is the drink of the night. That's what we should do in the future, is have like a word, and whether you have tea or a drink, we'll say that word, and we'll drink to it every time it happens. You cannot guzzle that. You just have to taste it. It's really good. Bourbon cream. It's melting on me. One time when I was out with, I think it was the time I was out with Sasquatch Man, or Squatch Man, sorry. Found this neat geode. It's really cool. It's flat on the side, well, on the bottom. Now it's where I keep it. And it's almost like somebody went like this and made it, almost like a snowball was made. Fingers go right into it. There you go. Fits in there right. It's perfect. I don't know if you can see the like finger canals of it. It just seems to fit like that, like somebody made a snowball. I used to play baseball as a kid, so it's just perfect like that. It's almost like something just melted into its hand. Anyway, if I were to crack that or cut that, there would be a beautiful opening in there with all sorts of neat crystals, and a lot of people at that point will put like little bitty gold-plated or pewter kind of little characters that are maybe miners, and a little mule and a little gold and stuff like that. I've got a lot of that, so I could make my own, but I just love this as it is. Very heavy, and it's just beautiful on the outside too, so I don't want to mess it up. I like it. And find quite a bit of these around Kentucky. I like that because there's not gold here. There's, I want to go out and find things, and I guess there's arrowheads, and there's these, and these just pop up. So I want to use my metal detecting stuff. So anyway, tonight was all about the contest. So I wanted to make sure that if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. If you can get a friend, I don't know, go to your pages and your groups and ask if people will subscribe. Give them the URL to click onto, and tell them to hit the notification button too. If you can do that now, great. Oh, let me see if any of y'all did that. Let's see if you were able to be successful. I'm going to go and see if there's anybody new. Okay, when I started, we were at 2454. Oh, what just happened? Come back here. What was that? Oh, it must have been LinkedIn or something. Dudes, it's 2456. Come on. I need more than that. It's going to be a long haul. Okay, darn it. Come on, folks. It's 2456. Sheesh. Trying to get to 5,000. Okay, so we get to 5,000, and here's the deal again. Once I get to 5,000, with your all's help, to get subscribers, to get your friends, your family, those of you that are that have pages or in Bigfoot groups and UFO groups and any other groups out there, if you can get them, and then they get somebody else, and they get somebody else, it can really add up pretty quickly to 5,000. I mean, it really can with social media. But you will have my very own complete set of the Gateway Experience. It's HemiSync by the Monroe Institute. Does anybody know it, or have you had it? I think somebody, if I remember, mentioned it. I can't remember now who it was. I can't remember. Sorry. I'm going to go back to... too much. There's tweeting, there's LinkedIn, there's where's my page? There we go. That's right. Thank you guys. You don't need me to talk here. You can just talk amongst yourselves. I don't need to say anything. That's funny. Y'all got some good stuff in there. Well, anyway, yeah, we get up to 5,000 subscribers. I'm going to pull out a name from the 5,000 subscribers, and somebody's going to win the Gateway Experience. My collection, it's, again, it's 6 different exercises. Each one of the CDs or packages here has 3 CDs in them. Here's one of them. This is the Gateway Experience number 3, Wave 3. It's called Freedom. I can open it up and show you some of these things. It's really beautifully put together. Like I said, some of them I haven't even used. I'm going to put some fingerprints on there. I don't even like to do that. So track 1, Freedom, Liftoff. Freedom number 2, Remote Viewing. Okay, okay, there's one half of it, right? Here's the back half of it, another 2. And what this other thing is the direct. There's like a little booklet in each one of them. So I'll pull that out. Here's the booklet in the Freedom one. See, I mean, I don't even know if I've opened this one. I probably have to read it. Because I just couldn't wait to get it. Talks about Bob Monroe. Okay. Okay, what is HemiSync? It's a patented, scientifically and clinically proven audio guidance technology refined with 50 years of research. This is from the Gateway Man, Bob Monroe. Researchers learned that specific sound patterns could lead the brain to various states of consciousness, ranging from deep relaxation or sleep to expanded awareness and other extraordinary states. And this is where people can remote view, they can astral project, and just do all sorts of neat little things. It really works on the pineal gland, whatever way you want to say it. You want to hear some more? The audio guidance process works through the generation of complex, multi-layered audio signals. It's very interesting to listen to, which act together to create a resonance that is reflected in unique brainwave forms characteristic of specific states of consciousness. The result is a focused whole brain state known as hemispheric synchronization or hemisync. That's where the hemisync comes from. It's where the left and right hemispheres are working together in a state of coherence. Okay, I'll just finish this one. The different signals are used to facilitate deep relaxation, focused attention, or other desired states. As an analogy, lasers produced focused, coherent light, and so does this do that. It produces a focused, coherent mind, which is an optimal condition for improving human performance. And this one is Freedom, and what this one is based on, they're all different. Oh, it's about out-of-body experiences, so that's the Freedom part. And that's where this one is going to focus on. And it does. It's got different sounds going on. In fact, I better not look anymore because I don't want to give it away now. I love this stuff. It really will. It will fascinate you to no end. So we get to 5,000. I'll draw the names. And out of that 5,000, I know, it may not be one of you guys that have worked harder than the other. But I appreciate your help. And I hope that you guys can help me. So, for all you folks out there, I'm going to say goodnight. I do want to say another thing, though, before I go. So, before I go, I want you to see this and see if it rings a bell to anyone. Hold on here. All right, before I go, I want to remind you about this. Blue Rocker Bash 2017, As you guys know, I could not live stream. It was killing me, but it was okay. I did a lot of recordings, and so now I'm still pulling those together, uploading them. I am able to put a little intro and outro to them and really monetize them. Sorry, I got to do it. And so I got a lot more coming. I've got some Mitchell Townsend. You guys know Mitchell? Amazing guy. I think he's an amazing guy. He's got some really neat information dealing with aliens, and he's a Bigfoot guy and an alien guy. So there's some really neat stuff. Wait for that. That's coming. I'm going to try to get his out this week. There's some other people I talked to. I kid you not, and it usually deals with aliens. Alan, you'll understand this one. Derek, you'll understand this one. I don't think Derek's out there, but when somebody watches later, anybody in the alien world gets this. The audio didn't work. This guy, I wonder if I should say his name. Oh, his name's Sean Fay, because he was allowing me to do it. But okay, I interviewed. Who did I interview first? I interviewed one person, then I interviewed Sean, and then I interviewed another person. Okay, this is the timeline, right? And before they left to go away from the bash that was in Carson, Washington, hosted, thank you very much, by Alyssa, yay, Run with Wolves, Alexandria, you know her as that. And so I set up the table, and I just did 3 back-to-back interviews, okay? I knew I was going to put them together later, so I just shot them. I didn't change anything. I didn't change the microphone. I didn't change the video. I didn't change anything. Oops, get my hand back in there. I didn't change anything. In fact, 1, 2, 3 in a row, the guy in the middle of the interview, not one. It was a great interview. It was probably one of my favorite of all. He was so interesting. It was very smooth. We had a great story to tell and great audio. He played it right there from his phone, put it up to the mic. The entire time, a very strong, consistent. You see us talking, you see us mouthing. It was totally worthless. He talked about Bigfoot, but he's got some other things going on. So, I don't know. Some people say they're not related at all. Maybe they're not, but maybe they are. I don't know about that one yet. Killed me. But anyway, more with the Blue Rocker Bash is coming, so hang in there. I appreciate that. And I'm going to do a little odds and ends. In fact, some of my odds and ends of just kind of walking around the campground. You'll notice as I'm walking around, I might like show somebody, and I might move away, and that person will follow the camera, and then I'll get them. And Squatch Man, Squatch Man loves the camera. Squatch Man's great. It's like, at that point, you're in for the story at that point. You gotta, he's gonna make sure of it too. I love him. But I noticed you were asking something. Somebody was talking about Squatch Man's pictures. If those of you are here that don't know that he broke out on Blue Rock Talk. That's right, baby. That's my bud. He's my man. He and his son. So make sure you watch the videos here on Blue Rock Talk. Look under Bigfoot Friday or Bonded by Bigfoot, and you'll see different ones. Live Q&A with Squatch Man and myself and Son of Squatch Man. Squatch Man Freaks Out. And Bonded by Bigfoot, Experience Bigfoot. The Experience Bigfoot one, which I think it's called Experience Bigfoot on here. You will see pictures of his hotspot and all those pictures that we took, as well as the pictures that he got shots of who he believes is the mom and the baby, and also Curious George. Great shots. Incredible shots. But you'll see the times that I was there outside of the actual shots of the beans, but you'll see the shots that I took when I was there and shots that he probably took when I was there too, so that I could combine it. Then there was another time he was there and he had a recorder out all night long. And so what you do is you just watch it and you'll just see the pictures, so you'll get to learn what it looks like, what his experience was, what to see, what my experience was there. And the audio is turned up of what was heard on another night. So you'll really experience Squatchman's hotspot. And I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not narrating anything or talking, no one else is. It is just picture shot of what we saw, what was there, what he's shot before as well, and the audio. So you can't beat it. Okay, so I wanted you to get the experience. So please be sure and check that out, and other Squatchman stories, other Bigfooters out there. Make sure you check out Paul Graves' videos as well. I gotta sneeze. Whoa! I love to sneeze. I love it. I love to sneeze. So if I got another one, I'm going to do it because I just love to sneeze. But please check out Paul Graves. I've got 3 of his. He's incredible, and he sings at the end. Also, check out Samantha Ellen Ritchie on here, too. She's got exciting stuff. And Ron Moorhead as well. You guys know Ron. And if you want the alien stuff, well, you know I've got David Jacobs on here. Some people that have experienced alien stuff. Lynn Buchanan. Frank Frascino with Flatwoods Monster. There's a ton of videos to still check out if you haven't gone all the way through the Blue Rock Talk. So please check out those videos. I appreciate it. I got playlists that you can look under. I know there's some things that are just promos, but don't look under the promos. But sometimes those promos lead you, so look in the description below it, will lead you to the books, to the videos that I have, etc., etc. So let me just check out real quick if there's anything else. Again, thank you so much for my donating in the super chat for me. That was cool. It surprised me. I hadn't seen that like that because it was only done in testing that we did that. So thank you, John Carter. That was very nice of you. Okay, well, Ralph, if you're still there, would you please copy and paste for me? Or anybody else. It's okay if it's on there double. I can click one of you off. But Ralph, if you're there, if you can please do that. And if someone doesn't see Ralph put it up, please copy and paste the live chat for me. I would appreciate that and add it to the comments. So I'm going to take off. See how Nerner's doing. See how Penny? You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye to Penny? Come here, little girl. She's got to come out from under the chair. Hold on. Come here, baby. Come on, sweetie. Come here, baby doll. Oh, look at you. Oh, gosh. Oh. There we go. She was napping. Hi, everybody. Hi. If you notice her paw, she is doing the blue rocker greeting. What do you think of the show tonight, Penny? Let's see, get her better. What do you think of the show tonight, Penny girl? You like it? Yeah, give me a kiss if you like it. Oh, thank you. Oh, did you take that back? Oh, thank you. Okay. Thanks, little girl. She's like, Connie, can we go in the other room to take a nap? It's my bedtime. All right, baby. Okay. I'll put you back down. Oh, it's a long drop. There you go. All right, so please, if you can help me out on this telethon to get up to 5,000 subscribers, that's what the gift's going to be. Hit me sync. All of them. A $500 value, brand new, and if you got it one at a time, like $600. And then after 5,000, we will shoot it up to 10,000, and then I have another prize already set. So let's get this done quick, because You're going to like that one too. I don't know. Should I say? I may forget, so I better not do it. Well, you guys would remind me, right? But what if I ended up selling it before then? So I've become Ed Grimley. What if? Anybody know Ed Grimley? Okay, so I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks for helping me out. Please, that'll be nice. If you can just get 10 of your friends and then get 10 of their friends. At least it's free. It's not like I'm selling you something, right? And you and they can also be in it. Just tell them, hey, if you want a chance to win these HemiSync CDs, go subscribe and get your name in, because it'll be free. 1 in 5,000 chance. That's better than the lottery, right? Blue Rocker Bash videos are coming up soon. And what else? I think there was something else kind of major going on. If I remember that, I'll let you know. But look forward to the Mitchell Townsend video that's coming up. And I'll do some more things where Squatch Man's in it. So funny. And there's something else coming up. I'll let you know as time goes on. I might even start adding a little cooking segment in here. I don't know. I thought about it. We'll see. So let me know what you guys want, what you need. Ralph, thank you for copy and pasting. I'm just going to look one more time and see if I need to say anything. Everybody's got it. Everybody says, oh, Ralph's got it. Thank you. Mary Atkinson, it's always good to hear what you have to say, Connie. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, I'll be on Coast October 14th. I'll be on Coast to Coast on that night. I still think there was something else. I need to listen to my CDs here. It'll help me open back up. Gosh, what was it? You know when I'm going to figure it out, right? As soon as I turn you off. All right. Well, bye everybody. Thank you very much, and we'll be talking again. All right. I look forward to it. Okay. Have a good night, yo, Blue Rockers. Y'all can do this, right? You gotta know how to do this. Oh, I know what it is. Oh, I hope you're still here. I am still trying to get a hold of Marcus Lemonis. We can call it the Meet Marcus campaign. Help me get a hold of Marcus Melonis. I think he'd be my best partner and investor and sponsor with Blue Rock Talk. Please help me out to meet Marcus. Marcus Lemonis, if you're not sure who he is the guy on CNBC as the Prophet. The reason why, I mean, he's going to be the hardest guy in the world to get because that he has a successful television show. So it's not because of that. I'm not chasing after that. I'm chasing after the fact that he owns Camping World and Good Sam's and Blue Rock Talk is, if you look, let's see, if you look right, can I get it? Oh, it's not on that one. Well, on most of this background that you see here, usually you can see like a little RV. On my other pictures, I guess I don't have it on this one. I want the Blue Rocker Mobile RV, and if he's sponsoring it, investing in it, we'll have that, and it'll be wrapped with this logo, and drive around with all the equipment I need to videotape and interview and research to all the different cities, get it on the road like I want, and he's the perfect person. He, I'm sure, would be a Blue Rocker, someone in the know, and this is one of the things I want to do too. And I think I'll maybe save this for another video where we can talk about it. But what I do believe is, if we build up, in all the different cities across the United States, our Blue Rockers, I believe that when there is a problem like a hurricane close by, I believe that the local Blue Rockers will have their Blue Rocker shirts on and go to help. I mean, if you think I'm wrong about that, I believe that you guys are the kind of people that would do that. I know I would, and I believe you guys would as well. If you're close by to an area that needs help, I would like you to be able to put your Blue Rocker shirt on or hoodie or whatever and go and Blue Rockers unite and help out in the name of Blue Rockers and broadcast for me live from the event. Let us know what's going on. So it's one of the things I'd like to do, and I think you guys would participate. I think Blue Rockers would be those type of people. And anyway, that's one of the things I got up my sleeve. So if you guys can help me to meet Marcus, that'd be great. I think we can all help each other out, and I think he would like that as well. He's one of those guys. So anyway, thanks everybody for being on. And hey, please check out all the other videos while you're here. And be sure to get some friends. Let's get up to 5,000. That's the goal. And the other thing is, while you're here, like it. Like the video. Like this video. Like it, man. All right. Over and out. Thank you so much for being a part of Blue Rock Talk. Night, everybody. Talk to you soon. Coast to coast, October 14th.